Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King, and today I'm going to be giving you part 10 of What If Naruto Was a Badass with godlike abilities. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was a Perfect Experiment over on Anime King 3, and enjoy that guys. And over on Anime King 2, I post a brand new episode of What If Naruto was in prison and sealed away for 18 years, so go ahead and check out that and enjoy. And yes, if you're new, I indeed have 3 channels. You have not mistaken, I indeed have 3. Anime King 2, Anime King 3, which I post out every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all for your help and your support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new, I'll be replying talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, what do you say begin this new episode? Start the intro. So, the last spot we left off, Naruto finally met his mother. As the both of them sat down as they had a chat, as he was waiting for this moment for a long time, as he was happy to finally meet her, as she was also happy to meet her son as well. As they spoke until her chakra ran out of the seal. Some time passed after that as the Chunin exams begin. The group was surprised as they saw a new woman appeared, as it was none other than Gorin. As she had tried to kill Naruto, but now she had joined his clan as one of his slaves, as she was wearing the maid uniform. As the others were surprised by that, but they were cautious when she said that she tried to kill him. But they knew that if Naruto trusts her, that it was nothing to worry about. So they gave her a sense of trust as well, because of their Naruto. As Naruto faced off against Neji, and it wasn't really a battle because Naruto was just that much stronger, that much more powerful. When the invasion finally came around, as things started to get hectic, Naruto started to lash out. As Konoha was not a village to be tampered with, Hiruzen already knew about a lot of this going on already. As the battle started up, as Naruto was able to get into the barrier, surprised Orochimaru and the others. As Naruto was able to stop the second from being commanded, as he decided to fight by their side and help his brother to get free of this control that Orochimaru had over him. While, as the fourth-tailed Jinchuriki was at Konoha gates, he was being used by his people to destroy Konoha even though he didn't want to, as the alliance between Orochimaru and Onigi has gotten far away. But Naruto made his way out there. Having control over Katsume's chakra, he fought the thing, as Naruto's golden cloak appeared after defeating Katsumi. As he was so much more powerful, the four-tailed didn't stand a chance. Not just the four-tails though, all of the ninjas. One of them, who are distance away, managed to get away as he ran off to report about what he saw. As Naruto came back, as he was like a godly being moving through and taking out everyone that was in his way. Orochimaru realized how big of a failure the invasion was. He decided to cut his losses and run. As Naruto found Orochimaru faced off against Jiraiya as Jiraiya was using Manga. Orochimaru tried to use a reverse summon, but Naruto placed a seal on him and destroyed all the chakra seals in his hands. As Orochimaru winced in pain as he dropped. Before Naruto could kill him though, Kabuto got in the way and used a seal to re-summon them out of there. As Naruto did not stop as he defeated all of the ninjas. As he raised his head to the heavens and shouted out victory. Yet he did not fall even after a passed note. He stood firmly on his feet, he did not drop. As it was like a symbol of hope for the people of Konoha, as Tobirama realized that Konoha was in safe hands. As him and his brother the Edo Tensei was freed, and they watched. As they watched the boy, he said that he didn't have what it takes to become Hokage because the situation did not fit him, but he was able to inspire all the people with just a single word of victory, and he stands by not falling, as he had done enough for today, as Katsumi told him to rest. So yeah guys, that's basically that's what I thought. If you guys can switch chakra, so please check it for yourself. So let's begin this new episode. We begin this new episode in the council room. Hokage-sama, I have finished your report on all the damage, and how much money will be needed to repair everything. Thank you. Do we have a list of all the ninjas we lost in the battle? It took me some time, but I have it, said Shibe, as he passed a sheet of paper. We only lost 50 of our ninjas, and no civilians lost. That is good, considering that we were attacked on many fronts, but I would have preferred if we had lost no one. Hiruzen said, this is something that is unavoidable in war, said Shikaku as he leaned his head on his hand. What about the promotions? Are we still gonna hand those out? Asked Tsume. Yes. It would be a good way to lift the spirits of the people up. Or Naruto-sama could just wake up, a civilian woman spoke, with a small blush on her face. As this make everyone in the room laugh except for Danzo, or those who had a grudge against him same way. Yes, he should be promoted, Inoichi said. I agree. But to what rank, said Choza. Why not make him the Hokage, Hiruzen said. As everyone snapped their gaze towards the old man, to look if he was joking or not. But his face was kind of serious. Hokage-sama, you can't be serious, said Tsume. I am, said Hiruzen. The village need a new Hokage, someone younger than me. If the invasion has taught me anything, is that I am too old for this job. As Hiruzen realized that he was too old. He was no longer in his prime, and everything was just getting a bit too more hectic for him. It was time that he rest and spend some time with his grandson. But he's only 13, one of the civilians members said. 13 with control over the Nine-Tails chakra. Defeat, single-handedly, the Four-Tail Biju and destroyed most of the stone army at the gate. Do I need to say more? He's too inexperienced to have such a task, said Danzo. You're right about that, Hiruzen said. The other village won't take us seriously if we make a 13-year-old or Hokage. I have no doubt when he's older that he shall be leading the village into greatness. It sounds like you already made up your mind for a replacement, said Shikaku. Yes, I have. Naruto is too young right now, but in the future, someday. But for now, we shall get Snaggle's Angel. She has not been seen in the village for years now. She might be working with the enemy for all that we know, said Danzo. As Hiruzen's eye twitched, Danzo, give it a rest, will you? You are just as old as I am. It's not like you will become Hokage. And have you forgotten you only have one eye and one arm? Or is the old age getting to you as well? As Danzo grit his teeth at that. What shall we do with the Four-Tailed Jinchuriki? Asked Hayashi. I don't really know. Inoichi, what did he tell you? Well, he told me that he was ambushed, and they placed a seal on him, forcing him to transform to attack Konoha. As he handed over the report as Hiruzen read through it. Perhaps we could offer him a chance to stay. It would be quite logical if we get him on our side, said Shibe. Well, from this, he said that he doesn't want to be a ninja anymore. He had long stopped giving a fight a long time ago. All he wanted was just to be left alone in peace. As Danzo got the idea, we should remove the Biju from him and place it into a loyal ninja. I know the perfect person. That is not a bad idea actually, Hayashi said. Why don't we ask Uzumaki to unseal the beast and place it into someone else? He makes a good point, Hokage-sama, said Shikaku. Yes, but Naruto is really close to Nine-Tails, so I don't know if he will just extract the beast and give it to someone else, like a toy. Knowing how he was treated, I don't think he would do that to someone willingly. I see. Why don't we ask him when he wakes up? He should be waking up in time now. After all, it's been 2.5 days, said Tsume. Meanwhile, Tsukage's office. So you're telling me that the Yellow Flash has a child, but not only does he contain the Nine-Tails, but he has a storm-released bloodline, Onki said. That thing was no child, but some sort of demon. The clearly traumatized man spoke as he was the only one that got away. Pull yourself together and speak properly, Onki said. The man took a moment to calm himself, as he remembered his comrades getting sliced down like flies. Ripping through, none of them stood a chance, turned to ashes. Their terrifying sight of the dragon made from lightning coming down and striking several of them into dust. Yes sir, he was easily able to transform into Nine-Tails, and he was easily able to defeat the Four-Tails along with 50 of our soldiers. And he was already battling before, so he did this while he was tired. This is indeed troubling. I knew I shouldn't have gone along with that damn sneak, but I let my emotions rile me into it. Damn it, I know they have Roshi. Sir, that's not the worst thing. What is it? He also possessed the Flying Raijin. Onki froze at that. as a thought popped into his head. As he remembered how much ninjas he lost in minutes because of that damn blonde-hair brat. And now his son will have to take him out another way or do something else. As Oniki didn't want to think about the chance of leaving him alone. Put that brat in the bingo book. Yes, sir. As the man left, time skip, at the hospital, Konoha. It was his first time tapping into the power like that. And it left him quite exhausted as he was sleeping peacefully, unaware of the target that was now placed on his back. He opened his eyes to see something orange as Katsume was sleeping on his chest in her fox form. As she slowly opened her eyes, as Naruto was looking at her, she gave him a blank stare. What, said Naruto? One of her tails came up and whacked him on the face. Ow, what was that for? I was worried. For what, said Naruto? You told me to rest. It's what I'm supposed to do, she said. Naruto sighed as he pecked her head. I'm sorry for making you worried, Katsume-chan, he said. It's okay. I forgive you. Naruto sat up. How's everyone else doing? Are they safe? Yes, everyone else is just fine. Haku is with Sakura in the hospital, working, while everyone is back home waiting for you. Oh, that's good, said Naruto as he lay back down as Katsume sat next to his head. After a moment or so, the door slipped open. As 3 people enter, Naruto-kan, it was Haku, Sakura, and Karin, as they rushed over to him seeing that he was awake. Hello girls, said Naruto with a smile. I see that you're all okay. Yes, and everyone has been waiting for you to wake up, said Karin. How long was that out for? 2.5 days, Haku said. Oh, that was longer than I wanted. Did anything interesting happen while I was out of commission? Well, other than you being promoted to Jonin, nothing really special, Sakura said. Oh, so nothing, wait. I'm a Jonin? Yes, after what you did. They thought that the rank of Chunin was below your standards, so you were promoted to Chunin. I also was promoted to Chunin for my medical skills, along with Shikamaru, Shino, and Ino. Haku said smiling. Well, that is great news indeed, said Naruto, as he flipped out of bed and landed on his feet. With a kick in his step. Time skip, as Naruto stood in front of the compound with Katsume. Well, it's nice to see they didn't burn the place down without me, said Naruto, as Naruto placed some chakra into the gates, as it flew open as he stepped inside as he made his way to the house, as he heard shouting, You damn crystal ass whip, you damn tomato head chopping board, will you two shut the hell up and stop cursing before the kids pick up your horrible language? Now how about we all just calm down? Kin, whose side are you on? Master won't like you cursing in front of Rukia-chan or Inarikan. Who gives a damn? I'm not gonna be a slave. I like you, girl. You should stay around and join the group. What? You're all sharing that shithead? It's not that bad really, we're all just a big family. As Tailwind shook her head, back to what I was saying, she said. Who told you that you could eat my damn food, you crystal bitch? As Naruto heard punching and kicking, and something breaking. What have you done? You broke it. As Naruto stepped inside, as everyone came to a stop, as Naruto looked down to see that his favorite cup was broken. Hello, Master. It's good to see you again, said Kin. Hey, Naruto-kan, Uncle said. Master. Hey there, Gorin said. Hey, shithead, you're weak. As Naruto was not speaking as they all looked at him, his eyes were focused on his cup. Who broke my favorite cup, he asked. It was the crystal bitch, not me. Don't lie, you're the one that threw the plate at me. You both shall be punished, said Naruto. Gorin stepped away as she placed her hand over her butt. But Master, I'm sorry, she said. Punish? What the hell is going on about? Said Tailwind. As Naruto snapped his gaze on her, the next thing she knew she was bent over the couch, as her right underwear was exposed. Let me go, she said as she cursed at him, but she could not move. As she turned to see Gorin in the same position, unable to escape. Damn you, this is all your fault. No, it's not you. She was cut off as Tailwind felt a stinging sensation. What the hell? As she was hit right in the butt. As she turned and saw the grinning Naruto, as he had a water whip in his hand. Bad children must be punished. As the other girls watched him with sympathy, as they'd been through the punishment before. As Karin burst out laughing. I knew it wouldn't take long for you to be in trouble already. Don't just stand there. Help me. I tried to warn you, Uncle said, but now it's time you learn your lesson. As the whipping continued. Time skip. 2 days later, as Naruto was in his compound training in the backyard, as he was working some of his techniques. Storm release, supernova, a condensed ball, of his storm-released bloodline form in the center of his palm as it condensed. He made it bigger though, to be the size of a beach ball. "The power of the sun in the palm of my hand," he said, as he tried to make it bigger and bigger. It started to spark as water droplets fell from the bottom. "Don't falter in me now," he said. "We've come this far." As he could feel the amount of power in the attack as he kept on pushing it, but he was not the only one, as Karen, with her sensory ability, was startled. As Naruto winced a bit as the thing fizzled in his hand, as he had pushed it too far, as he quickly dissipated the technique, as it slowly dissipated, as he had a few burn marks in his hands that slowly healed. "Wow, Naruto, that was really an impressive attack," said Karen. "Yeah, that was some attack," said Jiraiya, as he came up behind Karen. "Huh? Who let you in?" said Naruto. "The beautiful Ino-chan," said Jiraiya. As Naruto tilted his head, "Do you know how wrong this looked for you? You're an old, pervy man, saying how beautiful a 13-year-old girl looks." Wait, said Jiraiya as he raised his hand. "I didn't mean it like that." As the two of them started to laugh at him, as the man started to pout with a dark cloud over his head. "Alright, perfect sage," said Naruto. "What is it that you want?" As Naruto took off his training GI and put on his clan head kimono. It was black, with the Uzumaki symbol red swirled in the back and on the shoulder, a red belt to go on his waist. Katsume was wrapped around his neck as usual. "Well, I have a mission, I need your help," said Jiraiya, as he walked behind the blonde who stepped inside. "Really? There really must be some mission if you need my help," said Naruto. "So what is it? Are we going after someone or taking out some stronghold?" "No, we're looking for someone." "Huh? And why do you need me for that?" "Well, when we do find this person, that is when I need their help," said Jiraiya, as Ino placed a tray on the table with 2 cups of tea in front of them. As they thanked her, she smiled and went off. As Jiraiya took the tea and sipped it. "This is some good stuff," he said. "I know. Ino-chan made the best tea I ever had in my life," said Naruto, as Kin poked her head around the corner. "Is it better than mine, Naruto-sama?" she said. "Yes, Kin-chan," said Naruto. "Ino-chan make it better than you." As Kin almost burst into tears, as Naruto created a chain that pulled her closer. "Hey, no tears now," he said, as she looked towards him with a sad look on her face. "Please, don't throw me away," she said, as Naruto raised his eyebrow at that. "Orochimaru wanted to kill me when he found out I was only good at using genjutsu, because he already had Teiwaya. So please, don't throw me away." As Jiraiya narrowed his eyes to the girl, as he felt pity for her. As Orochimaru broke these people's spirits. She was just a small, nice girl, but she was afraid of being thrown away, downright terrified. As Jiraiya clenched his fist at that, as he wondered where did they go wrong with Orochimaru, or was he just always like this but hiding it? As Naruto made sure that she was looking directly in the eyes. "I want you to listen to me carefully. You are now a part of the Uzumaki clan, and we look out for our own, so I never ever want to hear you say that ever again, because you will never be thrown away. Do you understand me?" She wiped away the tears, as she nodded, as Naruto gave her a kiss on the head. Sometimes he could be the most terrifying man ever, powerful, strong, and yet he just switched into this nice, wonderful person. That is why they all loved him so much. As she returned back to what she was doing, as Naruto turned back to Jiraiya, she had a burning determination in her eyes. She would make sure that she was worthy of the clan despite Naruto saying that she was already a part of it. "Well, it seems like you know how to run your clan," said Jiraiya. "Yeah, but back to the mission. Who is it that you need my help with?" said Naruto. "It's my other teammate, Nelly Senju. She's to become the next Hokage." As Naruto was confused. "Then why do you want me to come?" Unless they had to beat some sense in her, he didn't see why he was needed. "Well, you seem to have a way of convincing people, so I want you to tag along with me. Also, I can teach you a few more things if you come with me." "Okay then," said Naruto. "Where is she?" "Well, I don't exactly know where she is, but I have the general idea." "Well then, I have someone that can help us out, and it would be good for her to meet another female legend." "Who?" said Jiraiya. Meanwhile, with Hinata, as Hinata was in her room, as she was focused on her chakra, she had found scrolls from her mother as she was working on a new gentle face style. As she wanted to finish it, she heard tapping on her window, as she saw that it was a bird, one of Naruto-kun's bird. As she opened the window as the bird fly in before perching on her shoulder, as it had a scroll that landed right in her hand. "Dear Hinata, This is from Naruto and I need your help. To come on a mission with me and Jiraiya to find someone. So I need you to get that sexy ass ready. In about 1 hour, I'm gonna come and pick you up. Naruto Uzumaki. At the bottom, she saw a chibi Naruto, giving her a thumbs up. As her face turned red, Naruto can think I'm sexy? As she dropped on the bed, overloaded with steam coming from her ears, she swallowed. I have to get ready. As she blurred around the room. 1 hour later, as Naruto was ready, as his joining vest was black, as he was wearing a long sleeve, with a black Hiyori with the blue flames touching the bottom. He had on black Onbu pants with black ninja shoes, as he said goodbye to everyone and told them to be safe until he returned. As Hinata was standing, along with Renmaru and her father. Hinata, Hayashi said, don't disappoint the clan and yourself on this mission. Understood? Yes, father. Come on, no, that's not how you tell your daughter goodbye. You give her a hug and kiss her goodbye. As Hayashi turned, as Naruto was behind him, as Naruto pushed him, the man fell, but Hinata caught him. As it was basically a hug, but it was a bit awkward, seeing that Hinata hasn't hugged him in a long while, well, he hasn't hugged her. As he thought about it, how awkward it felt, he got a bit angry at himself. He felt awkward to hug his own daughter. It was awkward for a few seconds until he turned away, and turned his gaze towards Naruto. Don't put your hands on me again, Uzumaki, he said. As Naruto patted him on the back, Hayashi glared at him. Yeah, whatever, said Naruto. Come on, Hinata, we got a mission to do. Renmaru, I heard your training is coming along quite well. As Renmaru had a big smile on his face. It is. Well, one of these days, I'd like to see how far you've come thus far. As Renmaru had a smile on his face. Really? Of course, said Naruto. Now, go and make sure that you woo all the Hyuga girls, okay? Renmaru nodded, not completely understanding. Alright now, see you guys. As Naruto took Hinata by the waist, as that made her blush. She was in front for her father. Naruto could be so over-abrasive, but she wasn't complaining as he flew off with her. Hayashi-san, what does he mean by that? The man started a bit as he turned toward a small child. You will have to ask Naruto when he returns, and I told you, it's Hayashi-sama, he said, as he walked off a bit faster than usual. Meanwhile, at the gates, as Naruto came landing down with Hinata at his side. Well, she was no longer at his side, over his shoulder. Wait, what's wrong with her, said Jiraiya. She kind of passed out, said Naruto. Come on, I'll carry her, let's go. A distance away, as two men were making their way to the village, as they were wearing black cloaks with red clouds on them. Time skip, sometime later, as the group was making their way. So, Naruto-kun, who are we looking for, said Hinata. We're looking for Tsunade Senju. Hinata nodded, as her face was red. As the problem was, Naruto did not let her go, even after she woke up, as he was carrying her in his arms. She could not find it in herself to tell him that she wanted to be put down. Wow, I've always wanted to meet her, said Hinata. Whoa, Hinata, you didn't stutter at all, said Naruto. Well, and it's back, said Naruto. We're gonna have to work on that for this trip. It's cute, but it's hard to understand what you say sometimes. People also won't take you seriously if you keep on stuttering and blushing up a storm when you see them. She glanced on a bit, as she knew that he was right. Hey, come on, don't feel sad, said Naruto. Just have some more trust in yourself. It's the first step to becoming strong. Okay, Naruto-kun, she said. Yeah, that's how you do it, said Naruto. As she smiled, she snuggled a bit closer to him, feeling a lot comfortable. Time skip, a few days later, the group was walking to another town. As Naruto was getting sick of this, they kept moving from town to town as they could not find a woman. You know, Purvisage, I'm starting to doubt your spine at work. It seems they can't find this woman. Hey, easy. She's a bit hard to find. Just give it some time. Hinata, do you see anything? Jiraiya asked. Hinata looked around for a few seconds, until she pinpointed something. I think I found her, she said. Yes, it's definitely her. She then glanced toward Jiraiya. What is it? Well, she's a lot younger than I would expect. You two are similar age, correct? Jiraiya nodded. Don't stress yourself about that. She has all kind of tricks. Where is she? She's in a casino, she's playing cards. And also, those other two trucker signatures are still following us. It happened a few days ago. As a few trucker signatures, 2 of them to be exact, were following them. They're still on us, said Naruto. Don't they know that we know by now? You know what? I'm sick of this. as electricity gathered Naruto's palm, as he created a lightning javelin and turned and threw it. Naruto-kun, how do you even know where they are? Jiraiya was looking at the boy with shock. He was able to use light manipulation and turn to an object like it was nothing. This boy was just something different. Hinata, did you forget I'm a censor, said Naruto. Perhaps it's that group that is after me for Katsumi, said Naruto. They won't get me, Katsumi said, as she was on top of Naruto's head. Damn right they won't, said Naruto. Because they will have to go through me first. Meanwhile, with Kisame and Itachi, they had been following the group for the past few days. As a brat was using his ability to fly at a good advantage. The both of them felt a spike in chakra as he looked up. What the hell? What the hell is that? I don't know. But I think we should avoid it, said Itachi. Despite the something coming down towards him, he was cool as ever. I'll just absorb it as he pulled out Samehata. As he placed Samehata in front of him, Itachi stepped to the side. Something was off. BAM! Samehata slammed into his chest with such force as blood and spit came from his mouth. Samehata was able to absorb some of the attack, but it exploded as he was thrown back. Itachi's eyes widened in shock. That thing was locked onto his chakra and hit him square on. Samehata couldn't absorb it all. How could someone manipulate lightning to this degree and apply so much chakra after throwing it? Something like this should be impossible. It seems that the information was true. This boy is nowhere near ordinary. Coughing could be heard as Kisame climbed out of the crater. What the hell was that, he said. As his blade, Samehata healed him. The left side of his cloak was shredded completely and burn marks all over his body. Back with Naruto, they found her as they made their way into the city to confront her. Before they got there though, Jiraiya was distracted by a woman that started to flirt with him. You kids go find a place to stay. Snatty is not leaving his place. And we need to let her get a few drinks into her before we approach her. Because if she's not drunk, she would lash out violently at us. So go find a place to stay. By night time we go and approach her, okay? See guys, as he made his way after the woman. As Naruto shook his head, the man would go as far to jeopardize the mission just because the woman backed her eyes at him. As Naruto sighed, as he took Hinata's hand, come on Hinata, it's just us now. As Naruto glanced over, as Itachi was surprised. As Naruto looked at him, as he brought Hinata with him. Itachi did not attack though, he just watched the blonde. He knew that they were here. As Naruto saw there was a festival going on. Come on Hinata, let's go have some fun. They eat food, they drink, they play games, they laugh. Afterwards, they decided to find a hotel. As Katsumi had reverted back into the seal, as she knew that those two were here. As Naruto brought Hinata back to the hotel room. I had a wonderful time, Naruto-kun, she said. It was amazing. Well, the fun doesn't have to end here, said Naruto. As a blush came on her face. What do you mean, she said. As he plopped down right beside her on the bed. His hand trailing, walking on her finger going up. We can't, she said. We're on a mission and do you want me to stop, he asked. No, I mean yes, she said. As Naruto chuckled a bit. You're just so cute, he said. As her face turned even more red. Thank you, she said. Oh, don't mention it, said Naruto. I'm only speaking the truth. Naruto-kun, can't we wait until we go on a date or something? Of course, said Naruto. It's not like me to force anyone to anything that they don't want. And besides, we have guests, said Naruto. As there was a knock on the door as he said that. Who is it, said Naruto. Room service, a voice said on the other side. Hinata activated her Byakugan. It's them, she said. Naruto nodded. Are you in the special bikini I asked for, he said. Yes, and I brought my friends, the person on the other side said. As Naruto placed his hand over his mouth so he wouldn't burst out laughing. Did you also bring the sauce for the cooked fish? As there was a pause, as Naruto felt the anger of someone. Yes, we have the sauce. As Naruto opened the door, so ladies, right after your royal rock. As he paused. Hey, where are the ladies and sauce? As two people stood there, one more furious than the other. Naruto-kun, you will come with us, Itachi said. As the both of their eyes locked. Before Naruto scratched the back of his head. Sorry, but genjutsu of that level don't work on me. As Itachi's eyebrow twitched a bit. Well then, if you don't want things to get violent, you will come with us, Itachi said. As Naruto felt another genjutsu. Sorry, but my chakra is too dense for genjutsu at that level to work on me. You're gonna have to try a bit harder. As Naruto then turned his head. So you're the one my attack hit, huh? Yeah, you little shit. Trying to make fun of me, huh? Said Kisame. Itachi, step aside and let me chop his legs off, so he can't run away from us. Try me, sharp boy, said Naruto. Hinata, go. Go and find Purvis H. But Naruto-kun, I'm gonna be okay. Just go, said Naruto. She nodded as she quickly hopped through the window, as Naruto stepped out of the room. As Kisame raised Samehata, as he moved and brought it down on the blonde, who stepped aside, the sword broke into the ground. As Naruto stepped into his guard and slammed a fist into his guts, Kisame felt the air knocked out of his lungs as he was thrown through the room and broke through the wall, crashing on the outside. Kisame looked up as he saw a yellow blur as Naruto emerged with his yellow cloak, KCM, as he grabbed Kisame's face and jumped. Itachi's eyes widened. What the hell? As he quickly followed after them, as Naruto threw Kisame from mid-air off into one of the wastelands near the village. Boom! He dropped as he created a massive crater at the strength that Naruto threw him. Itachi appears he landed on a tree as he wanted to see how far Kisame would fare against him. Kisame got up furious as he pulled the bandage off. Samehata was leaking as it was getting wild. Alright, Brat, you asked for it. They moved. Boom! As both of their colliding force clashed together. You're strong for a brat. As Naruto parried the attack over to the side and sliced the man's shoulder as Kisame stepped back and spun, twirling his blade as he dropped it as Naruto jumped away. As Naruto flashed through hand signs while jumping back, Wind of the Mountain God, Kisame swiped his blade as he tear right through the technique. Nice try, brat. But your techniques won't work on Samehata. Well, I'll just cut you two little pieces then, creating some sushi. Kisame eye twitched as the ground cracked underneath Naruto as he released his power. Kisame grinned as the ground cracked underneath him as well. Well, brats, if you want to have some fun, why not just say so? Both men rushed in as their blades clashed. They did not fire any jutsus, they just clashed with their blades, and they started to tear apart the entire area with just exerting their force alone. Itachi was surprised because Naruto was really pushing Kisame. Wind Cutter, said Naruto, as Kisame moved. He came in and slashed across Naruto's chest. Got you, he said as he backhanded Naruto away. Before he flashed through hand sign, water style, water sharp bullet. As Naruto raised his blade, lunar halo, he said. There was a crescent slice. Kisame raised Samehata to absorb the chakra, but to his shock, Samehata was sliced as a large cut was ripped into Kisame's shoulder, shocking him. As Naruto capitalized on that and moved, he slammed his elbow in Kisame's stomach. The man keeled over in pain as Naruto slashed him once again. Itachi realized he had to intervene now or Kisame would be dead, as he threw several kunais, forcing Naruto to jump back before he looked up and flew straight up to the heavens as the sun was shining down on him, making him look like some god. Itachi felt deja vu as he remembered him doing the same thing to some blonde. As Naruto went through hand signs, as he placed his hand in a triangle motion and pointed down towards them, Raiden, Fury, he said. The sky went dark as they finished taking out Naruto clones that he created the moment he jumped off. As they looked up to the heavens, the sky cackled as a beam of electricity slammed down on Naruto as he focused it as it gathered at the center of his triangle before releasing like a particle style jutsu as it shredded the area. Jiraiya and Hinata saw the thing all the way from the way they were as the place shook violently. A massive shockwave was sent all the way through the town. When the smoke cleared, they got away, but not unscathed. His attack did came in contact with something. They would show their face again though, and next time he wouldn't let them leave. As Naruto landed, as he sat down at the edge of the massive crater, Naruto, as he turned. Oh hey guys, you made it. Naruto-kun, are you okay? Don't worry, I'm just fine. As Naruto saw Hinata, the look on her face as she was worried. I'm fine, said Naruto, as she moved forward and hugged him, as she was surprised at herself being so abrasive. Before she stepped back, sorry, she said. Oh, don't apologize, it's alright. What happened? Said Jiraiya. It was Kisame and Itachi, said Naruto. Did you know they escaped, said Naruto. I couldn't really fight all out. Too close to the village. Wouldn't want to accidentally cause unnecessary damage or end unnecessary life, said Naruto. As he couldn't really use his full power, it would be too destructive. And also, Itachi was watching. It was like he was studying me to see my moves. So you didn't use that KCM mode of yours? Just for a split second, said Naruto. But I doubt he saw. Time skip. As Naruto and Hinata were looking at each other, the tension in the room was thick as Katsumi was there in her human form. As they couldn't take their eyes off each other. As Naruto spoke, "It's my move," he said. "It would be your last," she said. Hanging out with them. As they were open, she didn't have to be that shy around them. As she started to come out of her shell a bit. As Naruto hand twitched as he placed on her green 9, he smirked. As Hinata chuckled to herself. "Yes, think that you won, Naruto-kun. I'll let you think that for now, until I do this." As she placed on her card, Uno. "I winked," she said. As Naruto blinked. "Damn it, you won again. You must be cheating. Hey, are you using those eyes of yours?" "Of course not, I wouldn't do that. Katsumi-chan, tell him." "Don't worry, he's just jealous that he can't beat you, because yours is better," said Katsumi. "Why you," said Naruto. But Jiraiya entered. "Alright, let's go. She's in the right mood to talk to right now." As they all left, as they made their way to the bar. "Follow my lead," said Jiraiya. As he opened the door, "Snazzy," he said. As Snazzy turned towards him. "Jiraiya, it's so good to see you again, my old teammate," he said, as he sat down on the opposite side of her. "Great. Old memories just keep popping up from today. Let me guess. Orochimaru came to you to get his arms healed," said Naruto as he remembered he placed those sealing tags on his arms. Yes, he would definitely come to the world best med to get his arms healed. Snazzy narrowed her eyes at the blonde. She must be drunk or something, but... Yes, she was drunk, but the aura comes from this kid. It seems like it was so much suppressed. But yet there was this monstrous power. "Who's the brat?" Well, as Naruto raised his hand, stopping Jiraiya. "I'd like to introduce myself. The name is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, the Storm of Konoha." He looked towards Hinata and gave her a nudge. As Naruto placed a hand on her shoulder. "Remember, speak with confidence and courage." She took a breath as she nodded. "I am Hinata Hyuga, the heiress of the Hyuga clan," she said. "How about you?" said Naruto. "I already know Snazzy, but I don't know you," said Naruto. "What's your name, gorgeous?" Shizune was surprised at his outwards flirting. Snazzy had always sent everyone else away running. So, she didn't get this a lot. She hardly got it anyway. "My name is Shizune," she said. As Snazzy glanced towards Brat. "So this is the son of Minato and Kushina, the 9-tailed Jinchuriki. Anyways, back to why we came here, the village. Has chose you as a fifth Hokage," said Jiraiya. The two women were surprised. Snazzy couldn't believe the nerve of Jiraiya to say that to her face with a straight face. She waited to see if he would just laugh off like he always did, but he did not. Bad memories then came back to her head within Konoha as she gritted her teeth in anger. "Why the hell did you think I would say okay and accept that position? That's a fool's job. The will of fire. Don't make me laugh. I can't believe people still believe those lies." As Jiraiya was surprised at that, he knew that she didn't like the village, but to say that out loud was astonishing. "You've changed, Snazzy. To think you can say such things about your grandfather and his village. The village that he helped created. Change, perhaps. Or perhaps I just realized," she said, as she took a swig of her sake. "You're pathetic." As everyone turned towards the blonde that spoke. "What did you just say to me, brat?" "You heard me. You're pathetic. To think you're the woman that my little sister and daughter look up to. I can't believe you're the real Snazzy Senju. This pathetic excuse of a drunk." The same Snazzy that Jiraiya went on about how beautiful she was. Stopping a whole group of snow ninjas by dropping the upper half of a mountain on them. The strongest kunoichi in the world and best mythical ninja. The granddaughter of the great Hashirama Senju. His statement started to anger her as he was looking at her like she was beneath him. From what I can see, you're just a broken woman, drowned in her past, unable to move on. Most of all is he a weak woman, said Naruto. As he crossed his arms, he believed that he said enough. Hinata glanced towards him as she wondered, had he said too much? Shizune was shocked, as no one had ever spoken to Sned like this before. Sned started to lose it. Pathetic, weak, disappointment. What the hell does this brat know? He hasn't feel my pain. He doesn't know what the hell I've been through. You won't take this outside brat, she said, anger in her tone, as she was furious. As Naruto looked towards her, well, I guess I can humor you for a while. Bring it. Jiraiya sighed as he knew that it would end up like this. As the both of them made their way outside, wasting my time on someone like you, a lonely genin. I'll use a finger to take you down. As Naruto blinked, perhaps it was because his vest was dark. Not like the standard Jonin vest. That is why she didn't focus. Snatty. Don't tell her anything, said Naruto. I'm sure she knows exactly who I am. Most people are too arrogant for their own good. I'll just beat it out of her, said Naruto. Come on, Granny, said Naruto. Or you can stand there or fight me. The woman rushed towards him as she held her finger to flick him right in the forehead. As Naruto saw many opening attacks, he tilted his butt to the side as she passed him, as his fist buried in her guts. Snazzy's eyes widened at the force behind the strength, as her feet were picked off the ground. As Naruto twisted and backhanded her away, as she crashed in the ground. Jiraiya knew that this would happen. She would underestimate him, and then she would realize how strong he was. As Jiraiya had received that firsthand, Shizune couldn't believe what she was seeing. That wasn't possible. On the other hand, Snazzy pulled herself up. What the hell? As she wiped her nose that was bleeding. The brat hit hard as hell. She barely saw him move. She shook it off. Lucky shot, brat. Don't let that go to your head. As Naruto sighed, as he motioned for her to come, she rushed towards him as he vanished in a burst of speed. As he appeared behind her, she turned, but Naruto ducked under her elbow. As he lifted her up, as he smashed her on the ground, he grabbed her by the back of the shirt and spin and tossed her, throwing her away as she crashed. As Naruto took to the skies and flew after her. Shouldn't we stop this, Shizune said, realizing this was going a bit too harder than she expected. Outside town, Snazzy came to a crash as dust and debris flew everywhere. As Naruto landed, his feet cracking the ground. Are you finished now? Not even close, you stupid brat, she said, getting back to her feet. As Naruto watched his chakra start to whip off her body. So you're getting serious, said Naruto. I'll put you in the ground, she said to him. Naruto went through hand sign. You underestimate me. You thought I was just a mere genin. Let me show you what this mere genin can do. Next time, focus. Storm release, Arashi. The skies darkened as electricity struck down, forcing her to leap. Water started to pour from the heavens as it twirled and twisted into a massive three-headed dragon before the lightning formed a massive fox. The fox had three tails. It was the head of the dragons. Snazzy stepped back in absolute shock, as she was not expecting this amount of power one bit, as Katsume arrived the others, as she couldn't believe how dominating Naruto was being bringing out something like that. Jiraiya-sama, this is going to be too overboard, said Shizune. Don't worry, he won't permanently hurt or anything like that. Snazzy has changed. She's grown a bit too arrogant. She has had it tough, more than most people, but she had lost her way. What he's doing right now is trying to bring her back. So is that it, said Naruto. What now, where are you gonna run? Huh, I guess you're not just pathetic and weak. You're a coward as well. After everything you've been through, you're just gonna abandon it all. Shut up, she said as she glared at him, as she clenched her fist so tight that blood started leaking from her palms, as her knuckles were literally shaking white. So what? Are you gonna do something about it? Or are you gonna change my mind, said Naruto. As several memories flashed through her head, was she really abandoning everyone? As she thought about Dan and Nawaki, she thought about all that she loved, and looked at this blonde who looked down towards her with this cocky look on his face. As everything flashed through her mind, as her vision started blurring in anger as he glared up at him, as Naruto saw her stepping forward, as a smile came to his face. But guys, me and subscribe right here. If you want the next part to do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto was the perfect experiment over in Anime King 3, and enjoy that guys. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be planning talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, I'm out for now. See you guys soon. Peace.